There's a few good things that come out of Poland. Two things that I'm very familiar with, this and this, a Mr. Brog pipe. Most of us grew up eating Polish food on occasion. Let me think of some of those things that we like. Pierogies, glumpies, Polish soups, right? Great stuff. But did you know that Poland makes pipes? They actually make pipes as well. You've heard of Scottish pipes, Irish pipes, English pipes, in America, American pipes, Dr. Grabo, artisan pipe makers. But did you know that there is a Polish company called Mr. Brog, B-R-O-G? Mr. Brog makes some decent pipes, and I'm going to share those with you today. All the pipes come in like really nice boxes. I know that. I'm going to just show you some of the things that they sent me. If you're interested, then you do your own little clicking around. How's that sound? Like this. Some of the pipes come in this. It says, truly pipe for truly man and son of a gun. They got a picture of me on there with my hat and beard and a pipe. But his arms are too skinny. See, his biceps aren't as big as mine. Just kidding. And I have no idea what that says. Obviously, it's in Polish. Just very nice boxes. Smoke for anyone, aroma for all, taste for me. There we go. So I'm going to take all the Mr. Brog boxes and put them over here and start going through some of the products. One of the first things that I got was this little tiny pipe. This is obviously not for tobacco. I guess you could get a hit or two of tobacco out of this, but it's meant for green leaf as well. Made by Mr. Brog. So it's made out of pear wood, and that's a mahogany finish right there. All wood. I would imagine you should put a screen in it if you're going to use it for alternative medicine uses. But this is a pretty good pipe. I think you will like this. What else? This is a cherry wood pipe. This is a sitter. So, for instance, let me just get rid of these boxes, and I will, not so much for that. Here's a notebook of mine. When I say a sitter, it sits, okay? Not really a clencher. You're not going to clench this. It's just, I guess you could if you have big, strong, false teeth, dentures, but I'm not a big fan of clenching. But what a great pipe just to sit back. I mean, it's substantial in my hand, puff. I probably smoked this a half dozen times. Only cherry blends. I like the idea of dedicating certain tobacco blends with certain pipes. So cherry blends will go into this cherry wood pipe. Very substantial, literally, very substantial. I look at this as like a fall and winter pipe. I like it though. It just feels good in my hand. I mean, it's as big as a baseball bat, but, and that, literally, that's like a chimney right there. This probably, I'm guessing, would give somebody a 2-hour smoke. Mr. Brog, and it says cherry wood. Mr. Brog 301. I heard of the company, I just knew nothing about them, and I have no idea how they contacted me. Sometimes their pipes come in these felt or leather pouches, not unlike the other companies. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Just a slight bend, a little bit of a kind of like a fishtail kind of thing. Their mark is their B on it. And they all have these rings. Oh, and it has one of the larger filters in it. That's a Mr. Brog filter too. You can see Mr. Brog filter. I smoked this a few times. You can use them without the filters. It's got the metal nickel ring there. Fits perfect. Just a slight bend in it. Keeps it just below your mouth. But this was a good smoker. Surprisingly good. I don't do well with bent pipes because, to me, bent pipes end up gurgling on me. This one didn't, and I was pretty psyched. So, this is pretty nice. MrBrog.com. I'm going to save the best one for last, but here's one that I thought was kind of odd. Hey, if anyone can tell me what that means on there, what those words mean, can you read that? What does that mean? I don't know. This is a number 21. I think it's 21. Even with my glasses, I'm finding it hard to read. Maybe I need new glasses again. A Mr. Brog 21. Old Army. This comes out. No filter in it. Kind of like a brass fitting that goes over the shank. A bent pipe. And then it has a windscreen on the top, which flips up. So like if you're outside fishing or something like that, or you're on a dock, or you're just doing something in the woods and it's windy out, you put your tobacco in there and you light it and you just kind of close that. And then if it needs a relight, you don't have to reopen this up because that'll be hot. You can actually just put the lighter above that and puff. And this as well is a sitter. So you could be sitting on your chair in your porch outside and it sits. Kind of a volcano shape. I never had a pipe that had a volcano shape, and I never had a pipe that had a flip up top on it. Just something different, right? All these pipes have a glossy lacquer finish. I'm a fan of a more muted finish. I kind of like I don't know, what would be the term? I guess a muted finish, that's all I can say. But I like it. What do you think? And these are not that expensive. Not compared to like Peterson's and Savinelli's. It's just that Mr. Brog is not, they probably, I think the pipes are just as good as the brand name pipes. It's just that they don't have the same kind of advertising. And they also use pear wood. And they have used briar with some. Here is a pipe stand by Mr. Brog. I like this. That's kind of cool. Right? With black leather going around it. That's nice. Pipe cleaners. I just started using pipe cleaners this year. I never used pipe cleaners in the past. Now, in between smokes, pipe cleaners. And then, of course, the original check tool. And when I say check, a lot of times people think like C-H-E-C-K. Czech as in Czech Republic. Okay? Think about this. Czech. C-Z-E-C-H. It is the classic stainless steel, and you can feel the difference right away. It's so different than the like $2 one that you get at the mall. I mean, it's just has a weight to it. Like you don't mind carrying this in your pocket. It definitely has a weight to it. You can tell it's just it's just nicer all the way around. Doesn't have like all these like weird little sharp edges on it, you know, but it's nice. The original Czech tool from the Czech Republic. Now, I saved the best for last. This right here. And of course, now I'm if you know me, I've been leaning towards straight pipes. This is a straight pipe by Mr. Brog. It's got that kind of sandblast finish around the bowl. A thick bowl, so you're not going to feel the heat. So it's going to feel different in your hand. I'm like a texture guy, so I do like the texture better. Like when I got the Bing's Favorite from Old Carolina Pipe Cottage, that Bing's Favorite, I got the one that's a little sandblasted. That right there, my favorite pipe by Mr. Brog. Smokes perfect. As good as a Savinelli or a Peterson. You will not be disappointed in this. What does that say? That is a 101. Mr. Brog 101. And that is made of briar. I love this. This is mine. I'm hanging on to this. And it also has the larger filter. With every company, you have a favorite. I have a favorite Savinelli. I have a favorite Peterson. This is my favorite Mr. Brog. Really like it. And I think you will too. I think it's worth having them in your collection with your, what do they call it, pipe acquisition disorder. It's nice. It's the end of the day. I got a lot of work done. One of the things I don't do is I don't reward myself with a pipe if I don't reach my goals for that day. That's something that I just don't do. To me, this is a reward right here. I earned this. Old Dark Fired. Good stuff. Man, I like that sandblast finish. One of the reasons why I like sandblast finishes is because you're not having 100%, like if the bowl heats up, you're not having 100% contact with your fingers. So literally just holding it, there's still spaces in between there. And I tend to be a more hot smoker. And tactile as well. So I like the roughness of it, whether it be just a couple fingers or kind of like in my hand, like tucked away like this. Do you ever put your finger over the top? I do that. Kind of keeps the ember going sometimes when you do that, and take a very light puff. Nice. Work hard and reward yourself. If you don't work hard and don't reach your goals, there's no reward. You can see that firing up like a furnace. Well, I'm going to get in and have a hot turkey sandwich. Yesterday's turkey on a piece of bread, open face, with some gravy, a little bit of cranberry sauce on the side, rutabagas, sweet potatoes, and mashed potatoes surrounding it. And it's not like a hot turkey sandwich. Open face is not the kind of sandwich that you pick up and eat like a sandwich. You know that, right? You cut it, like with a fork or knife and then eat it. Kind of like, it reminds me of what I used to get like in a diner, where you'd get like a hot roast beef or a hot turkey with gravy on a piece of bread and mashed potatoes and peas or something like that. All right, cheers, my friendly acquaintances.